The ultimate godly grudge match. Zeus versus Odin. Thunder versus wisdom. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dynamic Interactions channel. Last time, we dove deep into the family feuds of ancient Egypt with Osiris, Set, and a very determined Isis. Today, we're taking our celestial brawling up a notch. We're talking about what happens when the undisputed king of Mount Olympus throws down with the all-father of Asgard. Get ready for a crossover event so massive, it'll make your favorite superhero movie look like a pillow fight. Now, before we plunge into this clash of cosmic egos, I've got my usual challenge for you. If, by the end of this thunderous tale, you've genuinely learned something new, something that makes you go, wait, these gods knew how to party and how to fight, then and only then, do me a solid. Hit that like button and subscribe. No pressure if you don't, but if your brain gets a little more godly today and you feel that satisfying thump of new epic knowledge settling in, well, you know what to do. Your support helps us keep these mythic showdowns alive and kicking. Part 1. The Contenders. Olympian Power versus Asgardian Wisdom. So let's meet our heavyweight champions. First up, from the sun-drenched heights of Mount Olympus, we have Zeus. Remember him? King of the gods, wielder of the mighty thunderbolt, master of the skies, and, well, let's just say a prolific family man. Zeus embodies pure, raw, elemental power. He's the guy who overthrew his own dad, Kronos, in a cosmic coup that basically established the current godly management. He's got the ego to match his thunder, loves a good banquet, and isn't shy about making his presence known with a dramatic lightning strike or two. He represents the might and majesty of the Greek Pantheon, ruling with a booming voice and an even boomier thunderbolt. And in the other corner, hailing from the frosty, myth-laden halls of Asgard, we have Odin, the All-Father, chief of the Norse gods, god of wisdom, war, poetry, and magic. He sacrificed an eye for ultimate knowledge. He commands a legion of Valkyries, and he's got 2 loyal ravens who whisper secrets of the world into his ears. Odin is less about flashy displays of power and more about strategic brilliance, ancient knowledge, and a grim determination for ultimate destiny. Ragnarok. He represents the stoicism, the wisdom, and the sometimes somber weight of the Norse cosmos. So you've got Zeus, pure, unadulterated, lightning-slinging might, and Odin, profound, eye-sacrificing wisdom, backed by a spear that never misses. What could possibly bring these 2 mythological titans to blows? Well, it often starts with something mundane like, say, a cosmic misunderstanding about who has the better divine realm. Part 2. The Spark. A clash of realms and egos. Our story begins, as many good myths do, with a bit of a territorial dispute. Imagine Zeus enjoying a sunny afternoon on Olympus, perhaps pondering his next grand pronouncement, or, well, you know. Suddenly, he feels a strange tremor in the cosmic fabric, a ripple of ancient, different magic bleeding into his perfectly ordered Greek cosmos. Odin, meanwhile, deep in thought in Valhalla, finds his ravens, Hugin and Munin, returning from their daily flights with tales of strange, flashy lights and boisterous laughter echoing from a realm they couldn't quite identify. Zeus, being Zeus, probably sent a rather forceful message. Who dares challenge the skies of Olympus with their northern energies? Odin, being Odin, likely responded with a cryptic yet firm message about respecting ancient boundaries and the natural order of things. Neither god is one to back down. Zeus sees Odin's wisdom as a challenge to his authority, a slight to his raw power. Odin sees Zeus's bluster as a threat to the ancient truths he holds dear. It's not just a squabble over land, it's a philosophical debate escalating into a punch-up. Part 3. The Showdown. Thunderbolts, Spears, and Cosmic Smack Talk. And then it happened, the ultimate meeting. Perhaps on a neutral cosmic plane, or maybe they just decided to smash their realms together for a bit. The air crackled with raw energy. Zeus, booming with his signature thunderous voice, probably laid down some epic smack talk about Odin's single eye or his reliance on ravens for news. Odin, calm but piercing, would counter with observations about Zeus's temper tantrums and his rather extensive family tree. The battle itself? A sight to behold. Zeus, a whirling dervish of pure electrical fury, hurled lightning bolts that split the very fabric of reality. Each strike could level mountains, ignite oceans, and make even the bravest god flinch. But Odin was no slouch. With his spear, Gungnir, that always found its mark, he deflected Zeus's attacks, turning them back with cunning precision. He summoned ancient Norse magic, weaving illusions, whispering spells of confusion, and even calling upon the might of his wolf companions, Geri and Freki, to harry Zeus. It wasn't just a simple slugfest. This was a chess match played with cosmic powers. Zeus tried to overwhelm Odin with brute force, a relentless storm of power. Odin, however, sought to outwit Zeus, to find the cracks in his Olympian arrogance, to prove that wisdom could conquer even the most overwhelming might. The universe itself trembled with each clash of thunder and ancient rune. Part 4. The Unforeseen Allies, when mythical families get involved. Now, you didn't think these two ultimate patriarchs would fight without their incredibly powerful and equally dramatic families getting involved, did you? Oh no, this escalated. Imagine Zeus, mid-thunderbolt hurl, suddenly seeing a very familiar, very muscular demigod, Hercules, trying to grapple with Odin's wolves. Hercules, ever the eager helper, probably just thought, Dad needs a hand. And then from the Norse side, who should appear but Thor, the mighty god of thunder, swinging Mjolnir with gusto, ready to defend his All-Father. Suddenly, it's not just Zeus versus Odin, it's a multi-generational inter-pantheon family brawl. You've got Greek heroes and gods like Athena, perhaps offering strategic advice to Zeus, while cunning Norse tricksters like Loki might be subtly or not so subtly trying to trip up an Olympian or two. The cosmic battlefield just got a lot more crowded and a lot more confusing as family loyalties and rivalries came to the forefront. It was a chaotic free-for-all, making it even harder for Zeus and Odin to focus on their main objective. Part 5. The Unexpected Truce. The Whispers of a Greater Threat. So, with all hell breaking loose and literally realms colliding, how did this ultimate showdown not end in total cosmic annihilation? Well, sometimes even the biggest egos need a bigger problem to focus on. Amidst the chaos of lightning and magic, a new, more unsettling presence began to make itself known. A shadowy ripple at the very edges of the known cosmos. Something ancient, something unaligned. It was a subtle whisper at first, carried on the winds of fate. Perhaps Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, who's always got his nose in everyone's business, or even a neutral cosmic entity, sent out a warning. A truly ancient threat, one that predated even their own pantheons, was stirring. A force that cared nothing for Olympian rule or Asgardian prophecies. It was a danger to all realms. Suddenly, the epic feud between Zeus and Odin seemed petty. All the thunder and wisdom in the world wouldn't matter if there was no world left to rule. In a rare moment of clarity, a silent, begrudging agreement passed between the two mighty leaders. Their fight was put on hold. Because when something truly cosmic threatens, even the greatest rivals know when to team up. It was the ultimate enemy of my enemy scenario, proving that sometimes a common foe can be the best peace treaty. Part 6. The Aftermath. a standoff of respect and realms. So, who won, you ask? Well, that's the truly interesting part. This wasn't a battle with a clear knockout. Zeus couldn't overwhelm Odin's deep reserves of wisdom and ancient magic, and Odin, for all his cunning, couldn't truly extinguish Zeus's raw, untamable power. After what felt like an eternity of cosmic wrestling, magical duels, and enough divine smack talk to fill 1,000 scrolls, they both stood, battered but unbowed. It was a stalemate. A mutual respect, born out of immense struggle, slowly dawned on them. Zeus recognized Odin's profound strategic mind and unyielding spirit. Odin, in turn, acknowledged Zeus's sheer, undeniable might and his vital role as a cosmic force. They realized that their powers, though different, were perhaps too balanced to allow for a definitive victory for either. So, what happened? They decided to go their separate ways, but with a new understanding. Their realms, Olympus and Asgard, remained distinct, but with a silent, unspoken agreement of non-interference. Zeus would continue to reign supreme over his sunny Mediterranean pantheon, and Odin would continue to guide his valiant Norse warriors toward Ragnarok. Their clash served not to destroy, but to define their boundaries, solidifying their respective domains in the vast tapestry of myth. It was the ultimate agree-to-disagree moment, but with more thunderbolts and eye-gouging legends. Wrapping up, the cosmic balance. So there you have it, the epic, earth-shaking, realm-defining showdown between Zeus and Odin, from a clash of egos to a mutual hard-earned respect, and even a brief alliance against a greater threat. This mythic encounter highlights the sheer power and contrasting wisdom of these incredible figures. It's a story that reminds us even the most powerful beings have limits, and that sometimes a good fight just helps everyone understand their place in the cosmic order. I truly hope you found this deep dive into the ultimate godly grudge match as utterly fascinating and perhaps as entertainingly epic as I did while telling it to you. If your mind is buzzing with new knowledge, if you feel like you've genuinely learned something profound and surprising about how these incredible pantheons might interact, then please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel for more journeys into the weird, wonderful, and utterly captivating world of ancient myths, legends, and history. Your support helps me keep exploring these awesome topics and bringing them to you. Thanks so much for watching. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video where we might just explore another legendary confrontation, perhaps a mythical beast versus a legendary hero. You won't want to miss it. Bye for now.